In the mid-1950s, the city of Montgomery, Alabama, reflected the deep racial divisions that shaped much of the American South, where segregation was enforced not only by custom, but by law governing schools, neighborhoods, and even the simple act of riding a public bus. African Americans made up the majority of Montgomery's bus riders, yet they were required to sit at the back, give up their seats to white passengers on demand, and enter through the rear door, enduring daily humiliation as part of ordinary life. On December 1, 1955, that routine injustice was quietly challenged when Rosa Parks, a seamstress and longtime civil rights activist, refused to surrender her seat to a white man. Her arrest was not the first act of resistance, but it became the moment that awakened a community ready to act. Local leaders, including members of the Women's Political Council, quickly organized a one-day bus boycott to protest her arrest, spreading the word through churches, leaflets, and personal networks. On December 5, the day of Parks's trial, Montgomery's buses rolled through the city nearly empty, as tens of thousands of black residents chose to walk, carpool, or stay home, demonstrating the collective power of ordinary citizens. That same evening, community leaders gathered at Holt Street Baptist Church, where a young pastor named Martin Luther King Jr. was selected to lead the newly formed Montgomery Improvement Association. In his first major public address, King spoke of dignity, justice, and nonviolent resistance, framing the boycott not as an act of anger, but as a moral appeal rooted in faith and democratic principles. What began as a one-day protest soon became a sustained movement, lasting week after week as the city's black population refused to return to the buses until segregation ended. The boycott demanded extraordinary sacrifice, as many people walked miles each day to work and school, while others organized an intricate carpool system to keep the movement alive. City officials attempted to break the boycott through arrests, fines, and intimidation, and King himself was arrested and later targeted when his home was bombed. Yet the movement remained committed to nonviolence, drawing national attention and inspiring supporters across the country. As months passed, the financial strain on the bus system grew, revealing how deeply the city depended on the very riders it had long mistreated. Behind the scenes, civil rights lawyers pursued a legal challenge to bus segregation, arguing that it violated the Constitution. In November 1956, the Supreme Court upheld a lower court ruling that segregation on public buses was unconstitutional, delivering a decisive legal victory. After 381 days, the Montgomery bus boycott officially ended, and African Americans returned to the buses, now able to sit where they chose, though not without continued threats and resistance. The boycott's success marked one of the first major victories of the modern civil rights movement, proving that disciplined, nonviolent protest could bring about meaningful change. It also launched Martin Luther King Jr. onto the national stage as a powerful moral leader, and set a strategic example that would guide future campaigns across the South. More than a protest against bus seating, the Montgomery bus boycott transformed a local act of defiance into a national awakening, showing that when ordinary people stood together with courage and resolve, they could challenge injustice and reshape the course of American history.